Hola a todos, aquí Fran MG. Hoy les traigo The Stanley Parable, que bueno, es un juego que agarra tu cerebro y le hace... Oh, sí, cerebro.
Bueno,
Escuchen la historia porque es muy... No sé si es muy buena, pero te deja la mente así. If you know what I mean, man. Ok, mírenla.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-eating, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
bueno, y de eso se trata el juego, chicos.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
¿Qué podría
Stanley
ser?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Puede ser. I hate Mondays. Bueno, ¿quién no los odia?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Me chupa 3 huevos. Le levanta le ponía el chabón. Apago la computadora. Sí, no, todo el mundo odia los lunes, o sea, ¿qué les pasa? Ay, Dios mío.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
A no ser... ¿A cuál entro? A ver, dígame. Bueno,
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
la sala de empleados. Aquí vamos, sala de empleados.
Yes, truly a room worth
Dame una
admiring.
coca.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this
Claro.
immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
No, mentira, estoy sentado en este sillón. No. ¿Ves que el juego está mal hecho? Mirá, estoy sentado, ahora estoy sentado en este.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room
Me
so
encanta.
utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some
Obvio,
paintings.
aguante esto. A mierda mis
Really worth it.
compañeros. ¿A quién le importan los compañeros? Aguante esto. Bueno, la mierda.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Sí, claro. Ja, a la
Stanley
mierda el
was so
juego.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look,
Conga,
Stanley,
conga,
I think perhaps
conga.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Puede ser,
I'm not
puede
your
ser.
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Ah,
but
la
the fact
mierda
is
tu
that-
juego.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Claro.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
No, sos mala
Give me a
gente.
chance. Now listen
Ok,
carefully, this
sí.
is important.
¿Qué?
Stanley walked through the red door.
Ok, ole.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the
Ok,
red door.
ole de nuevo. Ja, pillo el juego.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked
Ah, está
through
bien.
the
Ole.
red door.
A ver si puede entrar acá. Asa, asa,
All
asa.
right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly
Sí.
what's out there? You want to find out what
Sí.
lies at the end of this road you've
Sí.
chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Bueno.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map.
¿Pero esto
because
qué
you
es?
were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Y
Broken
bueno.
rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Sí, mira qué
Was
lindo
it
esto,
worth
naranjita. Me
ruining the
encanta el color
entire story
naranja.
I'd written out specifically for you? Do you not
Sí.
think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
Me chupa un
And
huevo.
in
A
the
mí me
end, it
gusta
was
esta
all for
habitación que
nothing,
tiene paredes
because
naranjas
this
que
is what
dicen
you
wall.
wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to
Que te
see?
calles la concha de tu
Vehicles?
hermana.
Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
No
Tell you
sé.
what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback.
Bueno.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
No, ¿sabes qué? No me
Go
gusta
ahead,
más lo
Stanley.
naranja. Me
Take
gusta
it
ahora
from
esto,
the
la
spin.
oficina. Como siempre. Ah, no, me hace volver a lo naranja. No jodas, Dios mío.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
Una
Would you say that
puta
the game
mierda.
benefited from allowing
Una
you more choices?
puta
Feel
mierda.
free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I
Sí.
mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1?
Sí, es una puta
That's
mierda
not
este
even
juego.
helpful. What am I supposed
Este
to do
juego
with
es una
that?
puta mierda.
But I guess it isn't
Este
my
juego
place
es una
to judge.
puta mierda.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid,
A ver.
I think I've knocked it out of the park with
Me
this
tengo
one.
interés.
Let's take
¿No?
a look.
Bueno, te jodes entonces. What the fuck? The Stanley Parable, World Leaderboard. Mierda. Ahí está. O el Nil, Nicho, Nacho. Me chupa 3 juegos. A ver si me voy por esta, ¿qué pasa?
Now, would
Ah,
you
me
say
vale
that
mierda.
competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No.
I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
No hay problema.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Cárgalo. Punchi, 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 punchi.
In this
Qué lindo
game,
juego.
the baby crawls left towards danger.
Hola,
You
bebé.
click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail.
Ok.
It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think
Yo no
the
quiero
art
ser
world
papá, yo
will
quiero
really
ser
take
Jesús.
notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
4 horas jugando esto,
Be sure
pará.
to keep notes on your experience.
Bueno, voy a jugar 4 horas. Ay, el sonido que hace, Dios mío. Bueno, voy a jugar 4 horas hasta que... Ole. Bueno, y lo corto y bueno. Cuando vuelva ya está, ya pasaron las 4 horas. Nada, demasiada paja, boludo. Morite, ya está, morite. ¡Ole! ¡Asas! Uy, pará, boludo.
Bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or
Sí,
purely
bebés
to
feos.
spite me? Because if it's the latter, what I
Bueno,
don't
las
know what
dos.
to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience.
Pillo
for me.
juego,
I'm not
pillo
even
juego,
gonna try. I'm
pillo
out.
juego.
I'm done.
De nada,
It's over.
de nada.
Thank you for playing.
De
Your
nada.
input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's
Dale,
game?
quiero jugar Call of
Just to
Duty.
ease the pain.
Quiero jugar Call of Duty.
What do we have
Quiero
here?
jugar Call of Duty.
Yes. This
Los que hacen
seems
murmullos
like
son
it'll
gays.
work. Let's give it a
Puto.
shot.
Puto. 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 Minecraft.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the
Sí.
one thing you've
¿Sabe
always
que sí?
desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell
La
me
verdad está
that,
más bueno.
Stanley.
Oh
Will
yeah.
it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill
Vas a
a
construir una
greater
casa.
artistic purpose.
Genial.
Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Una casa de tierra, en serio, chabón. Hacela de madera, hacela de algo.
No.
¿Qué hace, boludo?
And then...
¿Por qué ¿Cómo se dice? Murmurás.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it
No
all
puedo entrar,
off-
no puedo entrar.
Yes.
¿Por qué me pones una puerta en la cara?
Complete. I made this, Stanley.
Te felicito.
Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own
Disculpame que te lo diga, pero es horrible.
But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Ok.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it
No, es horrible, me voy.
It could only be better if... Wait.
Diamantes.
That's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything.
Pelotudo, es
Yes, yes, yes.
pelotudo.
Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Vamos a minar. Uh, uh, uh. Yo quiero ir para allá, no puedo ir para allá. Bueno, mierda, minar.
Oh my.
Vamos a
It looks like
minar,
it's
mi
gonna get a bit
amor.
dark. Have you brought a light?
No, luz no tengo, pero tengo hongos. ¿Te sirven hongos? A la mierda.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than
Sí.
I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow.
Me
and
suicido.
linear.
Ah.
Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5.
Una araña.
Diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
New game. Ahora que me peino por haberme sexy. Publicidad a la remera. I'm sexy. Ok. ¿Qué es esto? El consultorio de...
Yes, I don't even know
Ah,
what this game is,
esto es
but I
Portal.
love it. You
No, una taza.
trapped in a glass box with no way out.
Es una
Listening
radio,
to me talk. Oh, it's inspiring.
2 tazas otra vez.
I couldn't
No, no,
believe
le
it
meto la taza.
myself.
¡No!
What is
¡Salió la
this game
taza!
supposed to be?
¡Salió la taza!
Oh,
No importa lo que está diciendo el tipo.
I'm curious.
Abre una
Let's go
puerta.
find out what the hell this is.
No pedí la taza. Ah, por acá se entra, qué boludo. 0019. ¿Qué mierda es esto? Ah, interesante.
It's a puzzle.
¿Esto qué es?
Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
¡Ay! Boludo, esto fue demasiado cerca.
Genius.
Puta mierda. Ahí está. Sí.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty.
¿Por qué?
I really don't care much to see you stumble.
¿Qué te dice? ¿Qué te...? ¡Ah! ¿Dónde estoy? ¿Esto qué es, muchacho? No, para, tengo miedo de este lugar. ¿Es para acá? ¿O es para acá? Ah, mierda, otra vez me caigo. Dios mío, ¿qué es este juego? Esta era la versión beta. La versión beta era, se veía así. ¿En serio? Wow. Y a ver, ¿qué vengo yo a hacer acá? O sea, este juego es más... What the fuck. Bueno, si hay luz, a ver qué hay por acá. Estoy perdido. Ah, 427. Esto es de donde salió el... En el primer juego. Estaba acá. Ah, no. ¿Qué mierda pasó?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if
Sí.
he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
Más o menos.
He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos
Tiene
and the
sentido
fear
lo que
and
dice.
the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's
I'll
no
be
other
back.
way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
Me da miedo lo que dice este
The
tipo.
end will be here soon. Very soon.
¿Se murió? No entendí, o sea, no
I
entiendo.
can wait.
Ah, bueno, volvemos a empezar. Espero que les haya gustado, chicos. Si les gustó, bueno, por ahí subo otro. Así que bueno, suscríbanse y denle like. Un saludo a todos.
Ay.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the
Me
pressure.
cerré, boludo.
What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
Esperar.
Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will
Para
be
siempre.
Stanley.
No, pará, déjame salir.
Hours passed.
Horas, días,
Days.
años.
Had
No,
years gone by?
no, sí, ya sos mi única compañera, sí, ya.
But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would
Quiero
come.
llorar. Quiero
Eventually,
llorar.
someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's
Déjeme
just
salir.
a little bit closer.
Déjeme salir.
Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
La muerte. La salida es la muerte. La salida es la muerte. La salida es la clave. Espera, empezó. Que no era azul, Esto no era azul, esto lo cambiaron.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Pará. Esto es diferente.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.